Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of the Wonder Appreciated podcast.
Episode dose, baby. And let's just jump straight into it. Well, first of all, I want to say this isn't a self-help podcast.
Yes.
I don't want anyone to think that we're experts at all when it comes to, like, you know, mental health or anything like that. It's just mainly things that we appreciate. And I think the topic of this podcast specifically will come off as more self-help, but it's, if that helps you, sure.
Take everything we say with a grain of salt. Is that a grain of salt? Grain of sand?
It's a grain of salt.
Pinch of salt?
No, you're totally right. Don't second guess yourself.
I feel like I've heard grain of sand and pinch of salt.
Take it with a grain of sand?
Yeah.
But what am I taking sand for?
What are you taking salt with?
Every single thing I've ever eaten has salt in it.
Oh, like take it down with a pinch of salt?
No, we're talking about grain of salt.
Oh, grain.
Come on.
So take everything we say down with some penicillin.
take everything we say down with sand. I hate sand. It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere.
It gets inside me. I need some penicillin.
That's actually from episode 2 of Star Wars, if you guys haven't seen that movie. If you haven't seen that movie, I would like recommending Star Wars is such a funny...
If you guys haven't seen that movie, it's so good.
It's so weird to say.
I feel like when we were in high school, it was like, bye-bye light.
The light died behind you.
Goodbye light. How did it die already?
I'm gonna let it die, let it die, let it die.
This little light of mine. Can you give me the charger?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it die. Okay, that reminds me.
Are you plugging this in or talking to me?
Both. There we go. We sang that song at church camp.
Yeah.
I was a camp counselor when I was a kid at Episcopalian church camp.
You did what in your cup?
Hey, keep it Episcopappropriate, okay?
Isn't that what, like, when would you get that note? Is that a note that you got?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Just a note. Let's keep it Episcopalian.
keep it Episcopappropriate.
Episcopappropriate?
Yeah.
When did you get that note?
I was...
Episcopal inappropriate?
Yeah.
But give me an example. Where it's like, like someone cringed when you said something.
Oh, like when me and my friend who was a counselor with me would change Jesus to Regis in all the songs. That wasn't Episcopappropriate.
No. But no, that's disrespectful.
Or like talking about having crushes and...
They're like listening in on that? How would they know? You can't talk about having crushes. Even Jesus had a crush.
Not when we were like feral 13-year-olds.
Jesus had a girlfriend, right? Just double checking.
I mean, see, I didn't pay attention.
The Jesus DLC, where he has a girlfriend.
There's someone named Mary Magdalene who's involved. How
do you not know that? Like, I'm not ridiculing you, but I'm saying, like, you've done a lot of involvement in that growing up.
I was just along for the ride, man.
You were?
I was just there for the weed, man.
That's a Episcopality that I would like to think of.
But, yeah, we sang This Little Light of Mine. And we sang, like, Arky, Noah, he built us and built him an arky.
Oh, rise and shine.
And give God your glory, glory. Yes.
That is... Okay, let me tell you something right now.
Okay.
And I love my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End it there.
She would wake me up with that.
Oh.
Almost every morning. But it was only when she knew we didn't want to wake up, she would use that song. So she'd be like, rise and shine and give God. And I'd be like, it would be the only time I don't want to hear that. So my association with that is like, we're waking up at 8.
Yeah.
We're doing a little 7:30.
Oh, it's Sunday cleaning.
It's a cleaning day.
Oof, that was the worst.
Or like, we got to get out of here.
My mom would just start the vacuum.
On, like, in your room?
Like, right outside my bedroom door.
Even if she wasn't vacuuming, she would just start it up as like a power move? Just when we did cleaning day at my house, it was all Neil Diamond. So it'd just be like, the only time I heard Neil Diamond was like over a vacuum. It was like, holding it, reaching out, touching. Sweet Carol. Blump, blump, wood.
I'm gonna like make that ambient for you. It's 9 a.m. on a Sunday, 2003. Neil Diamond is playing All Your Mom's Vacuuming.
Yeah.
Okay, just one more thing. You know that 50s song that's like, Luai, Luai, oh, honey.
No.
This whole podcast is going to be me going, you know that thing? And you don't know it.
Okay, the last thing was like, okay, maybe I should have known that. Who knows Luai, Luai? Like, I don't... A 50s song? Yeah, go ahead, Gen Zers. Anyone here know the 50s song Luai, Luai? Strange.
Anyways, then I guess it doesn't make any sense, so I'm not going to finish it.
No, I hope you would never finish that.
Joe cooked broccoli today.
What? Yeah.
And
where's this going?
what time did you cook it at?
Like 5?
Like 5. And what time is it now?
9, probably.
9. Still stinks.
Yep, still stinks.
Still stinks.
It's okay, here's the deal. I've had a need to eat better. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
The details of why don't need to be discussed publicly.
Yeah, they're grotesque.
Well, now they're just going to assume I've got, like, bugs or something.
Hey.
What?
When they assume,
you
everybody's
did
got
what
one.
in your cup? Me and Aubrey like to mess up the phrase when you go, you know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. Just saying anything after that is just like, you know what happens when you assume?
It's 2 in the hand.
It's 2 in the hand. So take that to the bank and cash it. 2 birds, 1 hand. I wasn't trying to make a 2 birds, 1 cup joke. Wait, that's not what whoa, hold up. No, I mean, like, yeah, you feed 2 birds with 1 scone is what I say.
That's kind of one.
That's one to appreciate it.
Hey, switch the language.
Yeah, because people are like, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm like, I'm literally saying you should send an email at 9 a.m. You don't have to be killing birds in this sentence. And I think we really are just over accepting the amount of birds we're killing on our stupid work conversations. I think that we need to feed 2 birds with 1 scone. That's my interpretation.
I love it. To feed 2 birds with 1 scone is cute. Also, scones, they generate pleasurable imagery to me. Mm-hmm. You know, my thing. Any word...
Well, I know your thing. Boy, do I know it.
Anything that has a pleasant...
Oh, yeah. Watch this. You'll probably just hear her mouth just move from her smile, but watch this. Hey, cookies, cupcake, rainbow. Rainbow
efficacious in space.
Okay, now making that, but I'm claiming that you like hot topic stuff. Like, hey, watch this. Aubrey's smiling right now. Invader Zim
hoodies.
Invader Zim
Domo.
hoodie. Domo. I actually underappreciated. I am on the bandwagon now, and I'm putting this on record. I'm on the bandwagon of really, really feeling comfortable with looking at the troll face on like TikTok edits of 2009 stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think I earned it. When I look at that, edits of like Domo, it's like, never wanted, it's like MySpace. Can I even say MySpace? Is that even 2008? It's like Facebook.
2008 was the change between MySpace and Facebook.
Right. We were all in the dark for a while.
Yeah.
We were like, wait a minute.
We heard that MySpace might be dead. It was like, oh, MySpace.
MySpace is dead.
MySpace is dead. Facebook is in.
Facebook's in. And...
Which, Facebook is so inferior. I don't understand why MySpace went away.
And you know what I am even more confused about? The fact that MySpace didn't make a comeback. And I know this is a conversation that I think everyone had, but it was like, all you had to do was just go back and do it again. Even just the novelty, you'd make so much money off of just people making fun with that. You know what I mean? And like redoing their website. I mean, I'm looking at people's websites now of like graphic design and stuff like that. And they're unironically making websites that look like their 2001 websites with like GIF animations and point and click CSS stuff that doesn't exist now because it's awful for design and makes the screen load slowly. But now that we have such good computing power and our internet's really fast, you are allowed to do those ugly things and make it look fine.
I also think that people cling to aesthetics more than ever. MySpace was such a great way to show everybody what your personality was and like what vibe you were trying to give off.
Are we just saying this but also kind of describing people's social media at the same time?
No, because you can't customize your social media in any other way other than posting images. Having a customized cursor, having a little animations in the background, like it adds so much more around
the UI itself is a part of your personality, and you like that.
Yeah.
Do you use to customize the cursor? I never did that. That sounds
I used to
awesome.
make MySpace layouts. I had 10,000 friends.
Oh, hello. I forgot to mention that to you guys.
Yes.
Aubrey was famous on MySpace, right?
Okay, I wasn't. It wasn't my face.
Okay.
But me and my best friend at the time in middle school, we had a MySpace account where we would make layouts because we were both we knew how to code a MySpace layout was like
HTML.
really easy. HTML, yeah. And we would make a little couch bed and sit at her computer because her computer was in her kitchen, and we would just make MySpace layouts all day and post them on our page. And we would start these things called friend trains. You would post someone else and like they would post you, so it was kind of like advertising each other.
It was like for like. It was follow for follow.
It was follow for follow, but you'd post like a blog post with a bunch of other people in it, and then it's like if you follow all these people, or it wasn't follow at the time, it was friend. Yeah. If you friend all of these people, then I'll friend you. We ended up getting 10K.
Wow.
Yeah, and like we had MySpace models like message us and be like, "Can I model for your site?" It was so cool.
Yeah. What do you mean?
It was so RARXD. It would say the name of our MySpace account like on her hand.
Okay, this is fascinating. What is that used for?
We have 10,000 friends. People would see her picture on our MySpace page and then follow her. Become friends with her.
Like it's a clout based off of like, oh my God.
I know.
Wow.
We made some really, really cringy stuff. You know what? I'm not going to say it on this podcast because it was so embarrassing that I'll never be able to say it.
Okay.
I'll just tell you though.
Okay. What did you do?
We hadn't yet, and we didn't know. We thought that like the same thing as. So it was like
you have to say this.
I can't say this.
Why?
It's so dirty.
Okay, go on.
We were so dorky. We had an icon that was like, I'll never forget what it said. It said,
what the fuck is even that? That is the weirdest fucking thing.
We didn't.
Little Wonder, number 1. Should I number it? No.
No.
Okay.
Little number A.
Okay.
Or Little Wonder. You can name it.
Yeah. Little Susie Q.
So today, Joe has brought us a Little Wonder.
Little Wonder, little ding, ding, ding. Winner. Winning. A winner. Ooh, that's a good little throat.
There was didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Oh, can you do your didgeridoo?
Of course.
Definitely back up from the mic.
Definitely gonna back up from the mic. You're on top. I just said you're on top, I think.
You want to be on top? Could you imagine if Tyra Banks didgeridooed?
Dude, okay, hold up. Yeah, I know where you're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
So it's the theme song.
Yeah.
Wait, is that her theme? Is that the theme song of the show?
Yeah. You want to be on top? But you want to be on top.
And it fades out like that?
And it goes, na 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 na.
Okay, so all
you
of
wanna
that.
Be on top?
But the wanna be on top thing is just the didgeridoo. So it goes, count me in with it. So how's it go?
Want to be on top? Dun, 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 dun.
Wanna be on top? Whoa. They hired some guy. Wanna be on top? Come on. He's stop. That's the way.
It's a beatboxer.
It's a beatboxer.
Yeah.
He's like, wanna be on top? Ooh, be on top. Everything's the same about it. Like the intro is the same. You be on top. It's It's like models dancing. Wow.
Models dancing?
What do they do? I mean, what's the difference between
Model.
dancing and walking? What?
They model.
I know, but aren't they kind of like... Okay. But they pose, right? It's kind of... In posing to a beat is dancing, is it not? Wait, if you pose to a beat... Okay, like, make a little beat. Like, if I pause... Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm moving, and then I stop. I'm posing. But to the blind eye, that would look like dancing, would it not? Your Honor, we're going to need to take a 5.
If you widen the scope, then anything can be dancing.
I want this more than anything. I want you to say it's dancing more than anything.
Yeah, but then you're like, when I reach for my
Please.
mug in the microwave, I'm reaching my hand out.
If
Is
it's
this
rhythmic,
dancing?
yeah, absolutely. If music is playing... Okay, we
I'm
saw
not
this guy.
rhythmically reaching for my mug.
Well, I'm not saying you do that. Hold on. I'm not saying you do that.
Stop
no
accusing
one's claiming
me.
you're spontaneous dancing. No one's claiming that.
Get her, boys.
Want to be on top, goddamn, with a... Babe, come on, girls. Dance your ass off. Model that shirt.
This podcast is sponsored by
Our
Patreon.
Bonus videos,
Vlogs,
content,
live streams,
Discord,
polls.
all kinds of stuff. I would say our best vlogs are all on the Patreon,
Yeah.
for sure. I have the most fun there.
Yep.
And I also want to say thank you to everyone who is a patron already. It means a lot. That's why we decided to do this podcast, is because people were excited about the Patreon and it's growing. And I think that we're just inspired by the amount of people that are coming and joining the club and want to have some fun. So join the Patreon. It's a lot of fun, and we really appreciate it. It keeps us going and keeps us making this podcast. So thank you.
Yes. And if you are a top tier patron, you can get involved, and we might even read some of your guys' submissions on this podcast.
Yeah.
So-
for little wonder appreciated things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So...
Ad read over.
My little wonder, my little wonder.
My little wonder is a charm of some sort. Okay.
Is a charm of
It's
some sort.
It's a charm of some sort. Okay. Now, don't act like I never told you nothing. It's a charm of some sort.
Oh, now it's a charm of some sort.
Absolutely. It's a
Oh.
charm. Come here. Let me show you.
You got a charm. You got a charm.
Look at my arm. It's a charm. What are you going to do? Play the kazoo? My little wonder for this one
Yes.
is a charm of some sort.
Oh, great word.
Charm is great. Little wonder, words that sound amazing.
There are words that make me feel good.
Thirst. I love it.
No, that one doesn't do it
Oh,
for me.
so no. Ow.
Oh, and you move the light.
But Aubrey really does like banana pancake.
Yeah. Pancake?
Syrup.
Okay, well, these are sweets.
I mean, yeah.
I do like sweet words.
Okay.
Well, because I'm like such a perfume
Cannons. What if you only liked pirate words? Swashbuckling. Just sort of like, watch Aubrey smile.
fiend. Buccaneer.
Watch this one. Arg. Bum. Pillage. Booty. She's going nuts right now.
Well, when you say things in that voice, I'm going to be smiling.
Okay. Back to charm. Charm. Anything. I'm superstitious. I realize that I'm comfortable with that being my spiritual thing. I love superstition. Okay. I love blaming things that go wrong on like me not having my coin, like lucky coin or something. Like, or, you know, it just, it adds a little bit of whimsy where there normally wouldn't be. Aubrey loves the word whimsy. And she loves the word squashbuckling. Squashbuckling. Interesting. He's a vegetable guy.
Squashbuckler?
Yeah.
And the
broccolineer. I'm trying to do a broccoli
I was trying
thing,
to do, yeah.
but we're good.
Squashbuckler.
I was trying to defuse a bomb real quick.
Potato. That's okay. I was trying to give Squashbuckler a friend.
Oh, he's actually really lonely.
I know he's lonely. I tried to fix that. I said that to the Squashbuckler. I said,
That's off the
"You look
rails.
lonely."
That's off the rails. to even go there with the squashbuckler is off the rails.
Oh, God.
A little charm. I love being superstitious. I'm not a religious person, and I guess I'm somewhat of a spiritual person. I feel like everybody kind of is at the root in some ways. But I love superstition in the way that by putting magic on things that that could or could not be true, it's fun when there's coincidences and I can pinpoint them in a way. So like if I'm doing something and something miraculous happens, I just happen to wear, my lucky socks, then I could be like, oh, it's the lucky socks. I feel even better about that situation because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because I'm like, ooh, now I can bring positive energy into a different situation because of my socks or like because of my lucky charm that I have, right? I have this little charm. It's a little coin that my great grandmother had. It's been bouncing around in my family. Just, it pops up out of nowhere. My brother's like, is this your coin? And just be like, I found it in my car. Like 7 years later, I lost it. And this coin keeps popping. In fact, I don't even know where it is right now, which is great because I know it's going to pop back up in my life in like a year or two. But every time I have this coin, something miraculous happens, or I end up being a little bit more, I take risks a little bit more because I feel like there's a shield of whimsy around me. You know what I mean? So if I put it in my pocket, I'm like, you know what? I am going to ask that person if they're having a heart attack. Could you imagine if I took that route?
Ignore it.
Yeah, could you imagine if I took that route? I mean, this person's just like choking, and I'm like, don't have my lucky coin. I'm like, oh, well, not doing that. Not taking that risk. Not taking that risk. That
is someone else's problem. That guy looks like he's got lucky socks on. He can handle it.
Guy close to him's got lucky socks. But in reality, if I have the lucky coin, right, and I'm in a situation where like, I don't know, I want to take something fun, like I'll bet my friend on this game, or like I'll play a game that I'm probably not that good at just to see if I can get lucky, you know what I mean, or anything like that, or I'll be like, I have my lucky coin, we're gonna get there on time, or we'll find parking. That's another one, right? So
I think that I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna say that there's probably, and this is coming from a person with zero expertise on this, guys. I'm just saying my thoughts, okay? So don't take this as any kind of science. But I feel like there might be some kind of placebo effect.
Absolutely.
Thinking that if you have your little lucky charm on you, you might feel more confident, or you might feel more apt to just take that extra mile of thought into something. Mm-hmm. In the same way that, like, I think manifesting is kind of just, if you repeat something enough in your head, you're going to subconsciously do more things in your life that take you towards that goal.
Yeah.
I think having a lucky charm on you is also just like a little reminder to take that risk, like you were saying.
Because there's a shield of protection around you.
Yeah.
There's like I mean, then the coin, and it's great if it's something as stupid as like a lucky penny you find on the corner. You'd be like, oh, it lost its luck. Gotta find a new one. And then you could just be like, well, like you could blame it on the fact that it's just the luck is gone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and then that's how I do it. So I love little charms. That's a great.
I actually have a charm on my person right now.
What is it?
I have it in my pocket. That's so weird. We didn't plan this.
No.
I have a little rock on me.
Yeah. I used to have those little rocks too.
Okay, so I love collecting little like crystals and rocks and stuff. I've loved it since I was a kid. We talked about it a little bit in our games YouTube video about how like we like collecting dice and stones and stuff. I got this stone when we were in Palm Springs, and you know how it says the meaning of the rock next to it, rock? Mm-hmm. I feel like that makes it sound less mystical.
It's a rock. It's a rock.
No, but it's not. I mean, I was talking about a lucky penny. So, I mean,
but
a
penny
rock is
one of those words.
Ooh, penny is one of those words.
Yeah.
I really do like the word penny.
I love the word penny.
Pennies look like the word penny. Anyway,
I know.
Moving
on. But this stone, I want to say that the meaning of it was something along the lines of childhood wonder. It's like a teal color with purple polka dots on it. It kind of looks like Sully. It kind of reminds me of Sully from Monsters, Inc.
Yeah.
And I bring this with me whenever I want to remind myself to let loose and think like a child and think like a kid. Like I brought it to our friend's birthday party that we went to recently. And it just kind of reminded me to have fun with my friends and just kind of let go for a second. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sometimes you need that. And I think there is a truth to whatever you seek, you'll probably get out of it if you're really putting intention into anything. If you're reading a book and you're like, at the end of this book, I'm going to be better. That book could be crap. Your intention is I'm going to be better by knowing these things, or I'm going to learn something and absorb it. You'll do that because you just said you did that. And I feel that example has been ringing true through not just myself, but a lot of the people I know.
Having a charm on you is a little symbol to remind you of something.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a lucky charm, then you feel a little bit more emboldened to try things maybe you wouldn't have tried before because it's a shield of protection. And if it's something else that has a different kind of symbol to you, it's a little reminder
to put intention into it.
Yeah.
In fact, a lucky coin is very much you setting intentions. I didn't even think about that. You're like subconsciously, when you pick up a lucky penny, you're subconsciously setting intentions.
Absolutely.
That's weird. Anyway, that's what an interesting discovery, I think, that is. Not saying that spirituality is lessened by that. I'm not saying that at all. Like, if you don't like that and you want to make it bigger and broader and more of a purpose, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying if there is a moment in your life where you don't have anything to look for, finding something is... and I mean stupid, like as dumb as like this little fidget spinner is in my pocket and this thing's awesome. Just say it's the luckiest spinner ever, and somehow you could possibly see yourself change. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but that happens to me.
Absolutely. No, I think so too. I'm so curious to know the origin of all of the lucky charms on the cereal.
Oh, I'm sure it's just rooted in World War II or something. It's always something like that. When I went and don't look up how Puma and Adidas became companies. Don't do that. Aubrey just gave me the fun facts, and they were not fun. They're bad facts.
My fatal flaw is my curiosity, for sure. I Wikipedia almost everything. I retain about 15% of it.
Imagine if you retained... What if you just, in front of us, were like, and I retain about 150% of it. It just went off on us.
And I could just read you every article just from my brain.
Well, just like, you're just really cocky right now. You're just like kind of feeling yourself. I read everything and I retain most information. Just start dropping that bomb. I feel like I've never looked into something like that and been like, oh, that's beautiful. I maybe it's just me and I just have bad luck in that way. I didn't have my lucky charm on me when I was Googling.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I feel like I always feel ashamed every time I'm done with it. Every single time. Like, if I Googled right now, like, what's the origin of the Lucky Charms, it'll probably be like, this is the moment that the men chopped all of the kids' heads off during the ceremony.
With a horseshoe.
With the horseshoe. What are you doing? Why?
The rainbow, obviously, is just a natural phenomenon. It's one of the most beautiful things ever. And then the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But the pot of gold was like a special edition, remember?
I remember when you poured milk on it and like a middle finger popped up or whatever.
What?
I didn't. But remember when you poured
Hey, LOL
milk?
surprise dolls have lingerie on, so what?
So maybe I'm not. Can you imagine that pouring milk and just middle fingers on every one of them? And it's just like gloves, and they're just a big prank. It kind of reminds me of the Ariel. The guy who put the genitalia on the... Why didn't I just say wiener?
You could have said wiener.
I could have said wiener.
Wiener sounds so much better than what you just said.
I just wanted to protect the ears of our listeners.
Yeah.
But there was a wiener on the
VHS cover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like, what if you poured milk on the Lucky Charms and it was just wieners? That's not what I'm getting at.
What's your favorite Lucky Charm from the cereal?
Oh, Captain Crunch Oops All Wieners.
Oh my god. Wow.
Oops All Dairy is close to Oops All Berries if you pour too much. Now I'm just coming up with like fun raps. I'm being creative and cool over here.
Oops.
Call
Larry's.
Call it.
And it's Larry David.
Yeah. Writer's room. Oops, all Larry's.
Morning after in Vegas. Oops, I'm married.
Not bad. Neverland. Captain Crunch. Oops, all fairies.
Holographic Pokemon card. Oops, all raries.
That was not bad. You gave up on that one way too soon.
You didn't answer me though. What is your favorite Lucky Charm from the cereal?
The big green one, which I think is a hat with a 4-leaf clover on it.
Is it? Hearts, stars, rainbows, clovers, and blue moons. Pots of gold and rainbows. Wait, I already said rainbows.
What are you doing?
Are
you putting a spell on me?
Yeah. No, I'm saying what he says in the commercial. Hearts, stars, and rainbows, clovers, and blue moons. Pots of gold and rainbows, but I already said rainbows. What is it?
Maybe he's redundant. That's okay. He's not a great writer. He's literally a leprechaun. He doesn't have to be good at writing. Let's get to what yours was.
Okay, so my favorite was the rainbow. Thanks for asking. Gamify your life. Gamify your life. Don't look at me like that.
I don't know what that is.
I made it up.
Okay.
I wasn't making a reference.
Okay, cool. Now I feel all up to date.
I'm not afraid to reference or not reference, but that was a reference. Take that one.
Now, what are you going to do, Johnny Depp? I mean Leonardo DiCaprio, because he's in Inception, and now I've gone so far into this bit that it's hard to pull myself out.
Like Inception.
Facebook. Like Inception on Facebook. This whole thing is an ad to go like the movie Inception on Facebook. Wow, that's an obscure one.
They took away poking. Did you know that?
What? Why? I mean, for the obvious reason, other than your ex-boyfriend's going being like, I exist, and I don't know how to communicate. I'm ready to have a conversation, but I want you to initiate it.
Mm-hmm.
Poke.
Poke.
I mean, imagine... I mean, this sounds like a Dane Cook bit from, like, 2003. If I'm just, like, freaking poking. Imagine actually walking up to somebody and poking them. Freaking Facebook. Facebook sandwich. Hit him with a Facebook sandwich. That's what it's like. That's my Dane Cook impression.
It was great.
Yeah?
It was really immersive.
Yeah.
I was kind of watching it as if I was watching...
Dane Cook? Really?
As if he was sitting right in front of me.
Good. Wow.
Good.
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 I'm gonna do the Dane Cook bit more.
You can do it more.
You want me to do it more?
Yeah, I won't be laughing though.
Okay. Why'd they take away poke on Facebook? He's so outdated. Like he's just now talking about it, which I'm sure they took it out a while ago.
I heard about it recently.
Okay.
At a gathering.
Then maybe this is some contemporary piece. Maybe this is contemporary. But he's like. I've
never heard you use that word.
Contemporary?
I've never heard you say that. That was funny. Here, keep going.
And don't laugh.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not laughing.
No. They took away the frickin' poke. What am I gonna do? Ha! I'm not doing his voice very well. I don't even poke like this. Like, no, that's like a tickle. When you poke on Facebook, I poke you in the eye. That's where I'm poking you. Yeah. Ex-wife from that works at Dairy Queen. Poke.
Dairy Queen is even like a perfectly outdated.
I feel like Dairy Queen is in every bit in 2003.
In 23.
In the year 1323.
Oh, I love 1323.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. No idea if British... Okay, this is
if
really
British
ignorant.
Existed in 1323.
Did the British existed in 2013? 2013. Did the British exist in 2013? But was there British accents in the year 13. I'm so out of touch on where that is. The 1600s is
where
the dark,
it is?
What, like, where we are.
The 1600s is not the Dark Ages.
Is it the Renaissance?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I'm saying this really, really confidently, and I do not know.
So the 1300s are we like, it's Latin? If you're a British person and you said, I'm going to time travel back to this house that I live in England, but in the 1300s. Mm-hmm. Hello? Would there still be someone doing that?
It's like hello, but with like less letters.
They all go, they were way more efficient back then.
Yeah, it was more efficient.
Yeah. That's actually... Remember the podcast we're supposed to do?
How in God's name did we start talking about that?
You know what's weird? Like feeling stoned.
Me too.
Yeah, maybe it's just that time of night.
It's just
and like
a
our
gas
brains
leak.
are... We're talking about Dairy Queen.
We were buttoning off of Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Dairy Queen is very much 2003 stand-up bits.
Yes.
Always. It always will be. In fact, it's like working at a Dairy Queen. And then even Raymond Romano, I can't wait to do his impression. He's like, Ray Romano, okay? He's like, I forgot how he sounds completely.
I think it's like this.
That's Elvis. That is so bad. I think it's like this. Ray Romano. Does he have a stuffy nose? Bro, where is he? I don't know why I don't remember him.
Does he have a stuffy nose?
He's so important. Like,
He
for
sounds
so
like
long.
this. He has a stuffy nose.
He's been in a part of my life for a very long time for me to not remember his very distinct voice.
I didn't know he meant so much to you.
Yeah, he actually came to one of my basketball games and he said, you know what, kid?
How did he say it?
He's going to be like, you know what, kid? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe he's doesn't he? I'm feeling, this feels right. This feels right. He's right here? Right here? Yeah. Oh, God.
That was Pee Wee Herman.
What was the story you were going to say? I think we buttoned the Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, it doesn't exist anymore?
Dairy Queen does exist? He says, but he's frowning. Merp. I'm literally going to punch myself in the face.
You were unhinged tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with me?
I genuinely think it's funny. And I want this energy to continue after this when we hang out.
I don't like the fact that you let people in on there's a life outside of this podcast. Like when I'm listening to people and they die and then they get revived when the next podcast episode happens. And right now they're just waiting for me to listen to the next one. They don't live lives.
I don't know. We're very transparent.
Oh yeah? Then say the most transparent thing you could possibly say.
It smells like broccoli farts in here.
Okay.
Because you cooked broccoli.
Okay.
And we're in the back room of our apartment.
We're in the back rooms.
And we're in the back. The back rooms smell like broccoli.
Ooh, that's horrid.
Also, that means that like somewhere something's cooking, but you can never find it.
Nothing scary about someone cooking broccoli.
But it's the presence of someone else being there that's spooky.
But if someone's comfortable enough to cook broccoli, they're not...
How do you know it's not like...
a ghost?
That's not what I was going to say.
It's not who?
Who's... ghost cooking broccoli? How do you know it's not a ghost?
What's a scary thing cooking broccoli?
Like they're cooking broccoli for the masses of prisoners and you're one of them.
That's actually good. I was gonna be like, yeah, but that's actually a great one.
Or it's a ghost.
But I was like, it's a ghost cooking broccoli. Just to be clear, I didn't fart broccoli. Broccoli inherently smells like farts.
But it doesn't taste like how it smells.
No, not at all. Brussels sprouts, that is a different conversation.
Yeah, you're one of the ones. You also have the soap cilantro thing.
Yeah, I do. Some soap smells like cilantro. You know that thing? You know?
That thing?
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
You said fidget spinner.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna talk about the momentum one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that was mine for the week?
I thought, no.
Segway. Fidget spinners.
Yeah.
You said, oh, I got my lucky fidget spinner in my pocket. I mean, you sound so stupid. Look, I got my fidget spinner. Aren't they cool? Plot twist, you are. Because I'm about to say, mine is an obscure joy.
Mm-hmm.
That is the segment that you guys haven't heard yet. Because this is the second episode. In the first episode, we didn't have this segment. So this is an obscure joy. Cue song.
Obscure joys.
I'm going to talk about the topic, but I have a story that's specifically your story, so I want you to tell the story, but I'm going to talk about the topic. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Okay. My obscure joy is gamifying your life. Let's set the scene.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in a funk.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning. Wrong side of the bed.
Ah.
Wrong side of the pillow.
Ugh.
Hot side of the pillow.
That's all it took? One fart noise?
What, for me to laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy.
Okay.
You know those days when everything's going wrong? This
Yeah.
is like the beginning of like a song. Like, you know those days where everything's going wrong? And you can't, it's like ripped pants. Is that something of? How does that start?
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Then I ripped my pants and someone died. Smell of broccoli in the back rooms. Captain Crunch, oops, all references. You're saying,
Okay.
You know when everything's going horrible?
And you feel just off.
Yeah.
You can reset that. I have a way.
Tell us.
You can gain momentum by playing a mini game. A
Yes.
life mini game.
I love this.
We do this all the time.
All the time.
It can be as simple as rolling a die until you get the number that you're saying out loud. Take a 6-sided die. 4.
Nope.
Roll.
Nope.
Roll.
Nope. Nope. Yeah!
Got it.
Yeah!
4. Let's go. Instant reset.
Instant.
Instant. You have a fidget spinner. That's how I'm pulling it together.
Yeah.
You can tell the story about that.
Yeah, of course. I do this a lot with my friend, and he and I try to put each other on to like these little momentum swings. For me, I work really hard. I work
You work too hard.
excruciatingly hard,
Yeah.
but I do allow myself to say I will not start work until X happens sometimes because I need to reset. If I'm really just not feeling great, I'm like, I need to play NBA Jam and get 100 points with LeBron James or something like that. I need to do some weird thing. A way to do that in a micro version that doesn't take you like weeks to do something in that way is to like flip a coin until you get a specific thing, or I'm going to hit 3 heads in a row. That little gamification, you'd be surprised on the dopamine hit you can manufacture just because you feel like you accomplished something that, and a lot of people say like first thing in the morning, make your bed. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And I do that. And yes, I do agree that that's like one of those things. But when you do something that feels like it was because you said it was going to happen and it did, it feels like you had more power over it.
Yeah, you gain your power back.
My buddy has a fidget spinner that on each of the little rungs has a color, and we can't do anything until we spin it and our finger has to hit a color.
Like you stop it.
You stop it and it hits a color. You have to like pinch it on a certain color. And if we hit all of the colors without hitting the same color twice, then we're on. Like
Then
we're
the
rocking.
day is reset.
We're resetting. Every time we've done that, something amazing has happened. I swear to you.
Yeah.
Like to the point where we wouldn't even leave the house until we did it because we know we would be cursed. It got to the point where it was almost
We were so superstitious about that we had just lost something. I can't remember what it was. We had lost something so bad, and we were about to go somewhere, and we were all in a funk. And to pull us out, we had these Uno cards.
Yeah.
Remember the Uno cards?
Yeah.
He was like, okay, just call a number. And I was like, 2.
He freaking throws a 2.
It was a blue 2. I said blue 2.
He throws it. It hits the back of the couch, flipped side down. I flip it over. It's a 2, and we go ballistic. And I can tell you, that was the same as actually winning $1 million to us.
Yeah.
It was miraculous. And you'd be so surprised at those little things.
Yeah.
And just having those things around you. It's so underappreciated, wonderappreciated. Having those little bits of momentum going, little like nice little, yeah, you know what? Anything's possible kind of moments. Kind of bringing you back to reality almost. It brings you to the point where you're like, anything can happen. Like
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
It makes you feel like you got a clean slate where anything is possible, and it's just the best feeling. And it's so simple. It can be seriously as simple as flipping a coin. Like, we did that the other day, although we had a coin flipping app because we were in the car and we couldn't flip a coin.
Yeah.
Something funky happened. It's like anytime something happens that just kind of like jams your mojo.
Someone will call you on the phone, and it'll be someone that you don't want to talk to. It's your boss. It's your neighbor. It's your landlord, whoever it is. And you're like, ugh, I was just about to go out and my friend's birthday, and my landlord just called me.
Yeah.
If you need to change that, grab a die and be like, I'm not leaving this house until I hit an 11. I have to hit an 11.
Yeah.
And then once you do it, you'd be like, okay, no excuses. I said it was going to happen, and it did. You know?
And it just convinces you that you have a fresh new start. It's like just a way to trick your mind into resetting your mood.
Yeah. But you have to really believe it.
Yeah.
You can't go into it going like, I fully believe it. It got to the point where I lost that fidget spinner, and I'm happy I did. Yeah, my friend who's listening right now, I'm happy I lost your fidget spinner. I brought it with us somewhere, and it's like a Lakers game or something. That thing's at Staples Center right now. Who cares? Who cares, really?
Remember when I was taking you to the game and you mapped me to Staples?
Yep, I remember that. And we went to Staples, and we were late to the game.
Anyways, Gamify your life. How about you sing it?
Okay. Gamify your life. Gamify your life.
That was so low energy.
By the way, for the people who are just listening, I was slapping my ass for those claps. Gamify your life. Gamify your life. I wish.
If you could make that sound without your hands.
Whoa. Yeah, that would be amazing. How would you even do that?
Isn't that in a SpongeBob episode where someone's two cheeks just go...
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he does that.
SpongeBob himself?
Yeah, himself.
No, his two cube butt cheeks like move up and down.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's Krusty Krab pizza. I named the exact moment that happens.
Yes.
I'm really proud of myself for that. My momentum is completely shifted right now. I'm completely on the different spectrum.
Also trivia, for me specifically, I'm a huge trivia nut.
Yeah.
Just like I said earlier, I'm extremely curious. I did this to you yesterday. I was like, can you name all of the... What was it? I was like, can you name all of the something?
Oh.
And you were like, I think you just want to do that.
Yeah, and you did.
I was really excited to do it.
Yeah.
What was it? It's bothering me so much. Whatever. Trivia is also a way for me to reset. Like, ask me a trivia question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, name all the cast from Friends' first and last names.
You really want to do that one, don't you?
Yeah, but I won't.
We're just starting Friends because we're bored. So we just started Friends.
We've never
again.
watched it.
No. We won't watch any of the good movies you guys recommend or anything like that, but if we're a little bored, we'd be like, let's turn on Friends. That's another something Wonder appreciated. Being able to have something that you watch that takes no brain power. Like, for me, it was Mythbusters growing up. Like, I just had it on, and I knew at some point they were going to tell me, but the middle part, I didn't have to, because I knew there was going to be a result, right? So I kind of was like, I make popcorn, and then I'll come back, and maybe I'll get... It just had to be there for the part that they'd say it is or isn't. That doesn't work, right? So
I knew at one point they were going to tell me.
They're going to tell me. They weren't going to keep that. Maybe. Actually, there is some episodes that it's plausible, which I really didn't like that conclusion.
You were like, give me facts.
I was like, no, go one way. It's either a myth or you can do it. You know what I mean? I didn't like the plausible stuff.
I've never seen Mythbusters.
That's crazy to me.
But I had a friend who saw an episode of Mythbusters that you can polish dirt. If you roll a ball of mud or something and then you freeze it, you can polish it until it's completely shiny. So I tried that with my friend, and we just polished mud for like a full day.
And it didn't work?
And it didn't work. And then her mom was like, what is this in the freezer? Just like dirt clods everywhere. My God,
she probably felt so bad about herself. She was like, man, I gotta get you guys like a video game or something. This is crazy. You guys are that bored. You're polishing mud? That's like what Huckleberry Finn did and when he was bored.
He had way more fun than that.
He had a lot more fun than that. You're also seeing that in the freezer. What did you just put mud in my freezer? You just got my freezer dirty? What are you guys doing?
Also, like, from the yard. Like, and she had a dog.
You know how to get away with that, though? To make everything all okay? Just like science experiment. And then every parent's like, now I approve of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
doing science.
'Cause if any- I
Women
got-
in STEM. That's what her mom said when she saw the dirt
That's what
clods
my
in
mom
the freezer.
says. Women in STEM. Oh my god. That's really good. I love that. Okay, well, we'll end it on that note. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Wonder Appreciated podcast.
So, yeah, just your little things to remember today.
We should end it on flipping a coin or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have a coin?
I have dice in my little secretary desk. I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Now I got a penny. We can flip a penny, and it becomes my lucky penny. Doubles up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So even when I'm done with it, I'm putting it in my pocket, and I'm like, this is my lucky penny.
So it's gaining momentum, gamifying your life, and it's a lucky charm.
Oh, that's sick how we did that, and I wish I wrote that into this, but that was all improv, baby. That all just came out in real life. Because I'm holding Lucky Penny. I'm going to go so Inception with this. Because I'm holding the penny, I came up with the concept of coming... All right, here we go. I'm going to flip it.
Heads 3 times in a row.
Heads 3 times in a row. Tails.
All right.
Heads.
Heads.
Tails.
Okay. Is it because it's got goop on one side? It's heavier?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's because it's not meant to be. Heads. Heads.
Let's go!
And now it's my lucky penny.
Now it's your lucky penny.
Look at that. So now everyone's lucky. Everyone just got momentum from that. And I'm going to make this end of the episode. You just gained momentum because of that. So
Oh my
you're welcome.
gosh.
And let that last for 2 days straight.
Wow.
Bye, guys.
There it is. Bye, guys. Super special thank you to our top tier patrons, Benjamin Samuels,
Devin Holloman,
Emily Norman,
MP Chiefs Cheevers,
Guillermo,
Dylan Mislicki,
Fishin' with Paw,
Lindsay,
Delia Joe,
Very Tired Egg,
May May,
Michael Williams,
Nick Sanya,
Lee Mayhew,
Noel Niemeyer.
and Explorer Nora. Thank you all very much.